Rob Gronkowski once again dodgy with reporters about his status for Sunday's game in Tennessee. I'm Alex Barth. He's Evan Lazar for CLNS Media. And Gronk has become kind of a center for controversy in the last couple of weeks. Nobody's really sure what his standing in with the team, how healthy he even is.
How happy he is.
How much the team can count on him. And it's just getting weirder and weirder. And I think what everybody wants, both Gronk and those observing the situation, the team, everybody, is to see him back in that dominant tight end form, right? The greatest tight end to ever play the game. Forget down the road, because we'll get to down the road in a little bit, Evan, but just this year, whether it's in the regular season or in the playoffs, will the Patriots see that guy again?
Well, I think the thing is that all year long we've been kind of waiting to see that guy again, and the rest of the team has gotten back to winning and gotten back to looking like the Patriots, but the only member that hasn't is Rob Gronkowski, right?
Save the one drive against Kansas City.
Right, everybody else, they've won 6 straight games. The team is back in a good mode right now, 7-2. Heading in the right direction, except Rob Gronkowski. And I think that it's fair, and I think it's justified to say that Gronk, for the rest of the season, is probably not going to be that all-pro dominant self of himself again this season. I just don't see it. Ankle injury is what people are saying has been more serious than the back injury, but what I've heard about the back injury is that it's back spasms, and those come and go and are extremely painful when they happen. That could happen in the middle of a game. It could happen in the middle of a practice. It could happen at any time. It could happen when he's walking down the street, walking his dog. So I think that all these things, add up to a guy that is just starting to break down from head to toe. Whether it's the back, it's the ankle, it's the forearm. We've seen so many injuries for this guy over the years. The ACL, obviously. I think we're at the point now where all that punishment, year in and year out, we always see Rob Gronkowski get hurt and then bounce back the next year and come back as an all-pro tight end. He's done it multiple times. The ACL, the back injuries, the forearm injury. At some point, all of those things have to catch up, and he's not going to bounce back. And right now, I think his body is not bouncing back.
So you don't buy that any of this, the lack of production, the inactives, is them keeping him fresh for the late season run in the playoffs?
I think that that's their only option at this point, is to try to keep him fresh for the playoffs.
It's not that they're holding him back to keep him fresh, but it's trying to prevent a bad situation from becoming worse.
Exactly. I think that this is asset management, right? Risk management right now, where they realize that Rob Gronkowski is not going to give them 18 or 19 games of big production. He probably has about 10 games of production in the tank. So what they're doing is they're cutting their losses, and they're saying, okay, these middling games against the Green Bay Packers and against the Tennessee Titans aren't really that important to us. Though what's important to us is having Gronk in January. Let's see if we can preserve him to get those games, get him to January healthy, or at least what he's going to be healthy. He's never going to be 100%, but where he is healthy enough to play. And I think that's more important to them than these middle games of the season. And, overall, I just don't think that we're ever going to see the Rob Gronkowski again, the all-pro guy. But then again, we've written him off multiple times before, and he's bounced back every single time. I just think that after a while, how many times does he have to go through these types of injury struggles for it to finally be the time that it's, too much for him to overcome?
Mike Reese asked him today, is he having fun? And I don't think that was the loaded Lane Johnson kind of fun.
No.
I think that just meant, he's always a guy who's kept it very light, seems to be having a good time, and he gave a very long answer that was essentially, no, he's not.
Yeah.
You look at the pain he's going through physically.
You can see it.
Right, how tough it probably is for him mentally, emotionally, to watch this team play week after week and not be involved. It's hard to imagine this guy comes back next year, right? If this is what his career is, is this his last year?
Well, I think we're heading in that direction now. He is under contract for one more year, as well as Tom Brady is under contract for one more year. And as we know from after the Detroit game, he's not playing with any other quarterback besides Tom Brady. That's his guy. So I think that there is kind of incentive for him to come back for that one last season. He's going to get paid, obviously, and he's going to play with Tom Brady for one more year, and he's going to probably chase another Super Bowl. So there is some incentive for him to come back. But the question is when does it become not worth it to put his body through this type of punishment year in and year out and keep piling on a long list of injuries that he's already had, obviously, in his NFL career? I think we're headed towards the end here with Rob Gronkowski, probably faster than the end for Tom Brady, which is hard to believe.
How about this? Who retires first? Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady? Let us know in the comments down below. From Gillette Stadium, he's Evan Lazar. I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.